Welcome everybody to the 2023 FIBA Barca World Cup press conference here. Currently with South Sudan head coach and captain Kawani and coach Royal Ivy. We're going to get an opening statement from both coach and player, and then we'll have time for questions for the press afterwards. Coach, magnificent job in the qualifiers, making history, of course, being here. Just an opening statement from you regarding your team's preparation.
Well, we're at the World Cup. First time here. The guys are excited. I'm excited. It's a great venue. The world's best teams are on display, and we're in the field. We're here to compete, put forth our best effort, and let the chips fall where they may. These guys are very prepared. They're very anxious to get out and perform, and Sunday's our first game, so there it is.
Kawani, welcome. Open statement from you for your teammates and as a perspective from a player, please.
We're very happy and excited to be here. It's been a great, It's been a great qualifying process to get here. We've learned a lot, got better. So we're just happy to finally be here and get ready for the real games to begin.
At this point, we'd like to open up the press room for questions for both coach and player.
First of all, Coach, your smile is telling us a lot. You made a great journey with your national team. And how did you decide to start all this? How did you feel when you started all this? For example, in our Serbian media, newspapers, it was really inspiring, and a lot of us really followed all what you have done in all that qualifications and journey.
Well, to be honest, I didn't do it. It wasn't just me. For one, it's the players, and then Luol Deng, the president of the federation. He started this journey many years before I stepped abroad, and it was a collective effort. It wasn't just one person. It was a whole nation that he took on his shoulders, and he brought this team to the crossing line in Egypt. But I'm just a part of the journey. I'm just a cog in the machine. And like I said, I'm elated to have the opportunity to represent South Sudan on this platform. The journey, the youngest country in the world. It's just, I'm excited for my players that they're on this stage and showing the world what African basketball is about, what we're about, and what our spirits are about, and how we're trying to change the narrative of a country. It's very inspiring, but I'm thankful for the opportunity to lead these young men, and they've taught me a lot about life and humility and just being good people and enjoying the process and the journey versus the results. So I give all the kudos to my players and my staff, and without them, I couldn't be able to lead, the way I've done. So thanks to my players and my staff.
Also, how do you see Serbia and Serbia national team? You also had a lot of experience from the NBA, and you know a lot of players from that league, even if there is not Nikola Jokic. Maybe did you had a chance to see Nikola Jovic, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and others?
Yeah, I've coached against those guys, great talents. I'm glad the Joker's not here, but I don't look past anybody. First team we have to face is Puerto Rico, and we play Serbia the third game, so my mind is really on our first game, and like I tell my players, we'll take it day by day, moment by moment, second by second, and be in the present. So our first true test is Puerto Rico, and when Serbia comes up to bat, then we'll be ready.
Good evening, everybody. For the player questions, Nebojša Todorović from Serbia, Nova.rs. If I'm not wrong, you play in Croatia, in Osijek.
Yes.
Could you tell us something about that experience? And you play in Adriatic League.
Yes.
You also play against the Serbian teams.
Yep.
What you can tell us about that experience in Adriatic League and about Serbian basketball?
Absolutely.
Thanks. Good luck.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it was great. It was an amazing experience. It was my first time going over to Europe, and I didn't know what to expect, but overall it was very good. Everyone was really welcoming. Got to travel a lot around that area. Played in Serbia. Got to eat cevapi. A lot of Serbian food and food native to that region. But it was good. It was a good league. I really got to see the passion, like in the coaches, the players, the fans. That was the one thing I could definitely take away from that, was that, the coaches were very precise on, this is my first time doing tour days. Before that, I never really knew about tour days, and it was just, a lot of training, a lot of hours spent in the gym. It was really good. Really improved a lot. I thank everybody, all the coaches, all the teammates that were there that welcomed me. And I still have one of our teammates was Serbian. His name was Mladen Grushanovic. So he said he's going to come down and watch. He was very happy as soon as we were teamed up with Serbia. He just said, I can't wait for that game. I'm going to be rooting for both of you. So, so it was a good experience, and can't wait to face Serbia. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Coach Ivy. Hello, Captain. First of all, congratulations on our very first World Cup. And my name is Dennis. I'm from MTN TV Plus. And question first to Coach: how different is this group compared to the group you coached in Tunisia? And then for Captain, what message do you have to all the South Sudanese back home?
Well, the group is definitely different. The talent, I think this is the most talented team that I've coached to this point. We added Winyan Gabriel from the Los Angeles Lakers, and then Carlik Jones, who's the reigning MVP of the G League. So adding those two pieces elevated our play. But for the most part, we got key components coming back, Nouni Omat. And I think that the bench is a little bit deeper. So I'm looking forward to, changing up some lineups, looking at some lineups. We have a lot of length. We have a lot of size. We're long and athletic, and we like to play fast. So the pace is going to be very up and down, And hopefully we play to our strengths. So I'm excited just to get on the floor. It's enough of the practicing and the tour days and, the flying around the country. I'm exhausted, to be quite frank, but I'm ready to coach these guys up when that ball goes up. So you're going to see me running up and down the sidelines as well.
To all the fans back home, my message to you all is that we've moved up another level. We're now playing, top 10, 20 teams in the world. So as we progress, we need you all to step up the level as well. I've seen, first of all, thank you all for your support throughout this process, but I've seen people with their costumes, their drums, everything that they're bringing over. And I love to see that. So I know everybody's, excited and crazy about the World Cup coming up, and that's exactly the type of energy we need. So continue to support us, whether back home or whether you're making it here. And, we'll always be appreciative of your support, wherever you are, and just continue to bring it. That's all.
So my question is to Captain. You guys have new players with you, and I want to know how the game has changed compared to how it was before. I mean, how are you guys gelled together in terms of, you playing as a team? Because each person has their own style, but you coming together as one. What difference is it right now? Is there anything that you have to tell us about?
No, that's a great question. I think for us, I think the best thing about this team is that we all know that we're not playing for each other for stats. We're playing for South Sudan, and we're playing for our country and to try to continue to make history. I think as every window progresses, like Coach Avi said, we get more and more experienced players that are playing at the highest level, and for us it's just about finding ways that you can continue to impact. Let's say, for instance, before Nooni, Peter Joe came, or back in when we were playing Afro Basket, or even when we were playing in Nairobi, for instance, let's just say, looking back then, it was me, let's say, Double M, Denga Chut, and maybe Peter. We were like the primary scorers, the go-to guys. And then as we progress and as more players coming in, better shooters, better scorers, better ball handlers, you just have to, find a way to impact the team. For instance, right now we have a lot of crazy scorers, players that are just naturally, naturally experienced, who have that soft touch, and you might not get, the same shots that you used to get back then. And you just have to find a way to impact, whether it's playing defense, whether it's communicating, whether it's being that guy that's being loud on the bench. The good thing is everybody's buying in, and we understand that for us to go to the next level, we have to appreciate the new talent that's coming in and know that if these guys play well, we're going to win. It doesn't matter if someone scores 30, 40. If I go and complain, I'm not getting my shots, and we lose, there's no way I'm going to be happy that I averaged 30 points and we didn't qualify to the World Cup or Olympics. So that's what it is right now. All the players are like, I don't care if he scores 30, we're going to win. The country's going to celebrate all of us together. And if we lose, we all lose together. And I think that's what's been key for all the players that are coming in. Everyone is just finding ways that they can impact to win. And it's not necessarily about feeling some type of way if someone else is taking more shots or if someone else is shining than the other. Like, there's none of that on this team. And I think that's literally what's making us succeed and continue to move to the next level.
Question for the captain, Kwani.
Yeah.
You played a little bit in Croatia, so did anyone contact you, send some messages like former teammates or fans or something about playing against Serbia? I would say for me it was just my teammate Grusha. He was just very happy, that we get a chance to, to come and play, against Serbia. The rest of them, they were just really congratulating the team for making it to the World Cup, and they were just very happy that one of their former teammates got to go to the world stage and play against one of the neighboring countries. So they were all just very happy about that opportunity. Because over there we were literally one big family, and everyone was happy for each other. And I know there's that competition, close tight competition amongst the countries, but they were just very happy. That's all. They were just very happy, good vibes, and they all said they're going to tune into this game. So yeah. Did they say that to you to watch out for any particular player in Serbia team, like?
Not necessarily any particular player, but I think for a lot of us, obviously, after Jokic won, the NBA, just the NBA finals, everyone was really looking, they were like, this would be a great experience to play against an NBA champion, but obviously, as we know, he won't be playing in this one, but I think that was the main player that most of the guys were looking forward to.
Thanks a lot.
Also, thank you.
I have a question for the captain. Back home, there is a slogan. Everyone says this is more than basketball. This is bigger than basketball.
Yeah.
So what does this mean for you, this World Cup?
Yeah. That's true. For a lot of us, this is bigger than basketball because for majority of the players, the South Sudan population, just the country in general, we've been through a lot. Just fighting for independence. To finally getting our independence, and then now to still, a lot of the political tension going on in the country. Warlords have that negative image, that negative connotation, whether it's in South Sudan and, just in the international media. So for us, it's just, trying to change that narrative, trying to bring our people together, because a lot of people
really divided, whether it's in South Sudan or in the diaspora. We're still not really together. And, for a lot of these players, they've never really got a chance to ever go back to South Sudan. And this is a way to show people that despite everything that's going on, we have a lot to offer. And, we're capable of achieving, so much more than what the media just shows out there. And basketball is one of the tools that we can use to bring people together, change the narrative, and continue to open pathways for a lot of the youth and a lot of South Sudanese everywhere around the world. And whether it's just basketball, modeling, doctors studying, there's just so many fields out there, that South Sudanese can shine on if given that opportunity. And so that's why for us it's bigger than basketball. And we just have to come here, continue to play, and continue to represent our country in the right way.
Hey, Coach, how are you? One of the teams in this group is Team China. You played in China before, and some players from the teams you used to face. So what is your expectations going to, the second game of this group, especially against some of the players you probably know already?
I have no expectations because expectations lead to disappointment. So, like I said, Puerto Rico is our first match, and then when we line up with China, I'll worry about that game when we line up against China. They got a good team. Kyle is playing with them. I know his game, so we'll get prepared for those games when they come. But I'm most geared up for Puerto Rico. So like I said, I'm taking it one game at a time.
Well, Coach Royal Ivy, Kwani, thank you very much, and all the best, sir, at the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup.
Thanks, Josh. Thank you.